the high school game of the week on 23 ABC, Friday Night Live. Brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, the biggest little credit union in town.
Welcome to Friday Night Live. I'm Stephen Hicks. It's hard to believe we're already in our 5th week here of FNL. And at this point in the season, we kind of seen who the teams are going to be as we head into playoffs. Maybe coaches saying, don't get ahead of yourself. They're saying this is the last game of preseason before league play starts up. And then that's when you see who the real teams will be. But here at North, Coach Norm Brown in his first year taking over for Chad Brown. And Norm Brown says he's trying to implement this hard-nosed style running the football. And that's evident over on the other side. Tehachapi has been running that for years under head coach Steve Denman. So which side would prevail? Let's go to the highlights. Well, North pumped up for their matchup against Tehachapi. Looking to be a very physical game. Both teams like to run the football. Well, the opening drive for North, it would be Curtis Roca out of their shotgun. He would have to have a big night if North would have success, and it looked like a good start, but North would have to punt. Tehachapi would march down the field, and that one is punched in on the quarterback keeper by Lars Olofsson. Now a field goal would make it 10-0 Tehachapi, and on the ensuing kickoff, North looking to get a spark going. Joseph Davidson would return this one and follow his blockers, find some space over there on the left, and return this one all the way to the 50. But a punt would give things back to the Warriors, and from there, it would turn into the Kyron Scott story. Scott with a couple of bruising runs. At that point, didn't result in a touchdown, so let's try it again. Give it to Scott again. He takes the hits, finds his way into the end zone for his first touchdown of the game. There would be more, but North would respond. Here's Marley Garnett faking like he's going to throw to the left, switches sides, finds Davidson again. Davidson play design work to perfection. Davidson just follows his blockers in for the first score of the game for North. Fans thinking they can smell a comeback, but it would not be the case. Tehachapi ran the ball all night over North. Kyron Scott absolutely could not be stopped. North's defenders just couldn't keep up with him. He would find his way into the end zone there for his second score of the game, and the miscues from North would continue. This time a low snap, fumbled, recovered by Tehachapi, and the Warriors would continue to punish those mistakes. Again, give it to Scott. Even when defenders are in front of him, he just finds his way through them. That's his third score of the game. Tehachapi up by 3 touchdowns, but North's fans, they wouldn't quit on their stars, and here it is. Robert Ramos late in the third quarter finds his way into the end zone. That makes it 34-12, but on this night, it would be the Warriors' drums sounding the loudest. They win this one big. Yeah, Tehachapi walks away with this one, a 34-12 win for the Warriors. They improved their record to 4-1, and after the game, we spoke with both coaches. You'll hear first from the losing coach, Norm Brown, and then secondly from head coach over there at Tehachapi, Steve Denman, on how far this team can go with this win.
It's difficult, we got to go back to the drawing board and find out, why we keep, dropping 10, 14 points in the first quarter of a game, and then we start playing. And so that's kind of it in a nutshell. We've been struggling with that since the, beginning of the season.
We made some big plays offensively, and we played good defense tonight. That was the bottom line.
And you guys are 4-1, but it's all like non-league play, so is this kind of the start of the season next week?
Oh, yeah. Hey, you can be 5-0, but if you lose in league, it doesn't matter. So, it all starts again all up 0-0 right now is the way we got to look at it.
In terms of Tehachapi, they look really good this year, 4-1 to start the year. We'll see more of them later on this year for sure. But still to come in this show, we've got a lot to get to. It seems like football, the era that we're in, is this spread offense, up-tempo style of play. But here at North, some things never change. We'll take a look at what Oildale football means for players and coaches. It's Friday Night Live at North High. Back after this.
Friday Night Live, brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, the biggest little credit union in town.
One thing about living in Kern County is all the great schools.
BHS, EC, CSUB.
And no matter what school you go to, there's still one thing.
One thing
we can all agree on. Kern Schools is the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our new auto rates as low as 1.24 APR up to 48 months or 1.74 up to 66 months. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
San Joaquin Community Hospital's AIS Cancer Center. We're your plan for cancer care.
Hi, I'm Dr. Luis Mariscal with the AIS Cancer Center at San Joaquin Community Hospital. From traveling to texting, technology has changed the way we live. In the war against cancer, it's also given us new breakthroughs that have improved the way we diagnose, treat, and recover from this deadly disease. For example, our new breast center at San Joaquin Community Hospital is home to the area's most advanced 3D mammography. A recent study by the American Journal of Medicine determined that 3D mammography is 41% more effective at detecting invasive breast cancer. Today, we're able to catch cancer earlier, leading to better outcomes. Through video chat, our team meets weekly with the doctors from UC Davis. These virtual tumor boards allow us to share ideas and collaborate on the best treatment plans for our patients. Advanced radiation treatments that used to take 2 to 3 hours now take minutes. The AIS Cancer Center is home to the area's only TrueBeam linear accelerator. With this technology, our patients receive precise radiation that focuses on the cancer cells while minimizing the damage to nearby organs. Best of all, treatment can be completed in as little as 60 seconds. The AIS Cancer Center, we're your plan for cancer care.
San Joaquin Community Hospital's AIS Cancer Center, we're your plan for cancer care.
Upgrade to the improved 23ABC smartphone and tablet apps. Easier to read with sharp, larger text. Discover more stories. A better way to stay informed. The 23ABC app. Search 23ABC in your app store and upgrade today.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. We're still here at North High School. The Tehachapi Warriors absolutely dominated in this one. They win this one 34-12. They really dominated on both sides of the ball, capitalized on North's mistakes. But here at North, we went inside the program. We spoke with first-year coach Norm Brown. He's taken over for Chad Brown. And Norm Brown, he's a former Arena Football League player, and he's tried to instill what he's learned there, that up-tempo, fast-paced offense. But even with all those changes, the players and coaches that I spoke with said what hasn't changed is something they call Oildale football.
At North High School, they may be home to the stars, but the culture is one that preaches humility,
check on me,
discipline, and toughness.
Just hustling around, flying around, putting heads on heads, and just going at it.
In the first year under head coach Norm Brown, the former Arena Football League player, the offense has taken some getting used to.
The tempo has most definitely changed our consequences of our actions and what we do.
Yellow 555 Chevy!
The playbook has to be relearned.
S12, S12!
In week 5, players still keep a cheat sheet to reference during practice.
This Coach Brown, he's definitely a lot faster paced than last year's coach.
And while this may be Coach Brown's first year, he's quickly learned about the spirit of the school.
Oildale football is about pride. You know, I think there's a certain toughness to it.
That phrase, Oildale football, has stuck with the program at North.
All about brothership, family, working together.
And while that sounds like any football program, here it goes deeper.
We need to represent our neighborhoods and everything, play to our best.
A newer face at North High. Justin Smith has been calling freshman games for the last 2 years and says the product on the field, that notion of Oildale football, is a reflection of its people.
You know, essentially it's our community, a blue-collar, hard-working, just salt of the earth, exciting place to be.
Smith teaches at North and has seen football provide students who might get into trouble an avenue for success.
It's a nice way to keep up grades. It's a good way for kids to, positively do something in your community.
So while in recent years, the success on the field might be missing, here in Oildale, the team rallies around the idea of community and the notion that they're playing for more than just wins and losses.
These young kids, it's their time to grow through the game. And football's about life, and you learn so many different life lessons.
North for telling us what Oildale football means, and we spoke with someone who actually kind of developed that phrase, Oildale football, 50 years later, and they say that phrase, Oildale football, is still relevant to them. Plus, we'll show you the scores from across the county, a couple top teams battling at Bakersfield High School. We'll tell you how they did. It's Friday Night Live at North High. Stay with us.
Friday Night Live, brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, the biggest little credit union in town.
One thing about living in Kern County is all these great rivalries. But despite all these rivalries, there's still one thing we can all agree on. Kern Schools is the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our new auto rates as low as 1.24 APR up to 48 months or 1.74 up to 66 months. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
The trade-in event is going on at all Lazy Boy Furniture galleries. Right now, your old furniture gets you $100 towards the purchase of new Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals. And we'll haul away your old furniture. Lazy Boy Furniture galleries. Live life comfortably.
I fell in love with learning. I fell in love with the freedom that there is in being a Christian scholar who can ask the difficult questions. I fell in love with the way that there was never an end to what you could learn. There was never a limit to your curiosity. It feels like I'm using the highest faculty. It feels like I am so close to God because I'm doing the thing that He made me to do. And there is no greater feeling than that.
Are you ready for this? Marie Callender's pie sale is here. Woohoo! Whole pies to go, just $7.99. So many pies, so little time. French apple, chocolate cream, lemon meringue. Wow, banana cream, cherry too. That's a whole lot of pie for a way little price. But hurry, Marie Callender's whole pie to go sale ends October 31st. So come grab your favorites today, just $7.99. Stop in for our Crave and Save menu. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, just $6 to $9.
Later tonight on Nightline, the attack at Umpqua Community College, now a divisive flashpoint in the presidential campaign. Plus, how YouTube's first family is making millions on internet fame and why they say you could do it too.
DC's RV Center. We provide everything but your destination.
DC's RV Center, yeah.
Welcome back. We're still here at North High School, here at Eliades Field, of course, named after the famous coach here, Turk Eliades. And here today, celebrating 50 years, was the class of 1965, and a number of players came back, players who played under Turk Eliades, and it was a very emotional reunion. Take a look.
50 years is something special.
50 years is a long time that people don't change.
There have been 8 different U.S. presidents since many of them came to a game under the lights at North High. But for Doug and Janet Schmidt, some things haven't changed.
This is our world is right here, and that's what it's been.
The two were the definition of high school sweethearts.
We started going together our senior year at North High, and we've been married for 48 years.
And on the football side of things, many of these men were players under the legendary Turk Eliades. Turk, a veteran of World War II, gave life lessons that they keep today.
This guy had seen what life was all about. He knew we didn't know anything, and he taught us the values that we have today.
But on a night of honors and celebrations, the greatest tribute went to Myron Hill, one of the captains of the 64 team. Tonight he marched out with the captains of the 2015 squad.
The captain
and senior president.
And senior president, that was it. Senior class president.
And after a successful coin toss, he gave his best to the current team.
Kick some butt, guy.
But most of all, he's left with a new memory at a place where he made hundreds.
It was just reliving some things I did all my life and got a chance to be out there with those players. It's something I'll never forget.
To have friendships that last this long is very, very meaningful to all of us.
Yeah, it was very cool to see all of them there. It was like they just picked up where they left off, and a number of them came from out of state, so it was very cool to see that a lot of them got together. But there was more football to be played throughout Kern County. Let's take a look at some of the scores now. The big game of the week, that was, of course, Bakersfield-Ridgeview. Thought to be the top 2 teams in Division 1 and 2 locally. Ridgeview ranked number 1 in the section, in fact, and this was a great game last year. BHS won at 28-20. This week, Ridgeview star Lawrence White, he committed to Iowa State, following other Wolfpack stars like Kamari Cotton-Moya and Sheldon Croney. But on the field, it was all Ridgeview. This game could have been even more favored towards the Wolfpack if they didn't have so many turnovers in the first half. They win this one 27-10. They stay unbeaten. Meanwhile, for Bakersfield, they'll open up their league play next week. Well, South, their one blemish this year was that week 1 loss to Chavez. Their offense has blown out opponents tonight, but this week they were stifled by a West team that we saw earlier on Friday Night Live. West wins that one, I have to say it, surprisingly 17-14. Other epic games going on around town. This is a couple unbeaten teams. This is a league game. Taft Chavez battling in the South Sequoia League. Taft off on an unbelievable turnaround from some of the drama last year when they had some allegations of player hazings. Chavez, though, they stood strong in this one. The Titans win 43-7. And another South Sequoia League matchup, Bakersfield Christian looked impressive last week in their win against Wasco. We covered that on Friday Night Live. At 2-3, they entered this week against Kennedy. They were undefeated, Kennedy, the Thunderbirds, but this one was all BCHS. They win that one 41-21, and that'll do it for us here at North High School. We want to say thank you to everyone at the program here for inviting us in, for everyone at the 1965 class for letting us tell their story. Be sure to join us next week. We open up league play again on Friday Night Live. That'll do it for us. Have a good night.